Lesson number 9 is a review on what we've been doing previously, which is representing proportional relationships with equations. We've been learning a little bit about how to write equations, and now we're going to put our equations to the test. So look first at this chart. We have x's and y's, and we can go ahead and graph what that chart will look like. And I'm going to make my scale on the x-axis be 1. And my scale on the y-axis, I'm going to go by 5s. And then we can go ahead and plot this. And we can see that you're going to get a straight line try that again, wrong tool. We're going to get a straight line from the origin through those points. And just by looking at the graph of our chart, we can tell that our table is proportional. And furthermore, we can go and we can actually find the constant of proportionality by dividing y by x. That will give us our constant of proportionality. So every time I divide a y by an x, let's take this first row for example, I should get the constant of proportionality, which is 7. The second one will be 14 divided by 2, which should be 7. And if you go through all the way down, if you divide y by x, you should get 7, which is the same as our constant of proportionality. Now we took it a step further today and wrote some equations based on graphs. So this one says write an equation for the proportional relationship that represents feet per yard based on the following table. To find our constant of proportionality, first we take the y and divide it by the x. And we should get 3. And that makes sense because we know that there should be 3 feet in 1 yard. So the constant of proportionality in this case is 3. Now, our equations should take on the form of y equals k times x, or k is just our constant, it's just a number. We've just found our constant of proportionality, which is 3. So 3 is equal to k. And that means that our equation for this particular table is y equals 3 times x. And we can plug this in to find other values on the chart. So say I didn't know how many feet were in 7 yards. I can take that 7 and plug it in for x. And I will get y equals 21. I can also do it the other way. I can add another row on and say I didn't know how many yards were 36 feet. I can plug in the 36 for y, and I would divide on both sides to kind of undo. And I should get x is equal to 12. Now, what I would also like to mention is that we can find feet per yard by taking our feet and dividing it by the yards. So if I'm trying to find the constant of proportionality for feet per yard, I want to take my feet and divide it by my yards. Order is important. That's what we did anyway. But it's important to remember which ones are x, which ones are y, and that the order when you have the word per is important.